We use various types of equipment and devices in our daily life. So we know what these devices are used for. For example, the knife is used to cut various things. The bottles are filled with liquids. Everyone knows such things. But only a few people know the real use of the different parts that have been added to these devices when they are manufactured. Today in this video we are talking about some things that we often come across in our daily life, but many people don't know why they are made that way. You'll be surprised how many of these things you don't even know but you use every day. First of all, we will show you about this small hole in locks. You may have noticed that there is a small hole on the underside of locks that are especially large in size. Many people think that this is a hole to make it easier for the lock to open. But this has another benefit. Especially if it rains or otherwise gets into water, the lock can get rust inside. If water somehow gets inside the lock, the water will not stay because of this small hole. This is the main purpose of this hole. Have you ever used an escalator? You may have seen the steps of an electric staircase cut with deep grooves and grooves. So did you know that this is made for your own safety? At the top of the staircase, these edges are made to rise from the inside. For this reason, your legs are on the stairs and things like bags will not get stuck between the stairs. People who used escalators had to face a lot of accidents before such grooved stairs were created. Next we will talk about the hole in the handle of the cooking pot. You have probably noticed that good quality cooking pots have a hole in the handle. Most people are thinking of just hanging it. It can be done. But did you know that the hole has other uses? This hole is also used to hold the spoons used for mixing while cooking. Because of this, by placing the spoon on a different surface, you can prevent the food from smearing on that surface and the dust that may be on the surface from smearing the spoon. Now I am going to tell you about the hole in the soda can. You may have noticed that there is a hole in the can that contains things like soda or beer that can be easily opened. Many people think that it is something that is made to be easy to grab and pull. It has an additional benefit. That is, the drinking straw can be held in it. Then the tube is well stuck, so there is no need to hold it by hand. We are now talking about the arrow on the fuel gauge. Have you ever wondered why there is an arrow on the fuel gauge? This arrow shows the direction of the fuel filler opening of the vehicle. Next, we are going to tell about a secret in the pens we use in our daily life. The pen clips you have seen have a hole in the end. Have you ever wondered why there is a hole in these clips? You may also have thought that this hole will cause a problem if ink is left from the tip of the pen. This hole is made for your own safety. Even a small child can swallow a pen clip like this. If this is not possible and the throat becomes blocked, a hole has been made to maintain the passage of air in the airway. If this hole was not there, the airway could be blocked and even death could occur. Now we are talking about clothes. You may have noticed that when you buy a good type of dress, you get a piece of fabric that is the same as the piece of fabric from which the dress is sewn. Many people think that if the cloth is damaged, this piece of cloth is given to repair it. But actually this piece of cloth is given so that you can know in advance whether the dress will undergo a change of color after a wash. If the small piece of cloth is discolored, you can avoid using such soaps or detergents. It's about the F and J letter slots on the computer keyboard. If you take any keyboard, you can see that there are two grooves for letter F and letter H. Many people think that this is something made easier for the visually impaired. In a normal phone with a button, the grooves are there for that reason. But in the computer keyboard, the grooves are located in such a way to make it easier to hold the fingers without looking at the keyboard while typing. Keep your index fingers on the letters F and J on these grooves and keep the rest of your fingers on the keys on both sides. This is the correct way to type. Comment your thoughts about this video below. Subscribe the channel to watch such interesting videos.